Hello! Welcome new Xbox players to Valheim, and also returning Valheim players to a new console. Or a console that you've already had and been itching to play Valheim on. Well, glad to have you around, and while a lot of creators are going to show you the basics, what to do standard, I have an early game guide playlist that I'm going to link in the description and pinned in the comment. That's going to be a deathless rendition going through the entire early game and also things that you can do with early game gear that would extend into some of the future biomes in the mid game. So that's there. It's really fun, really cool. What I want to show that could be even relevant for returning players, that new players should also know, is settings. Settings, yes. You're going to know a lot of gameplay from demos and guides, but cool settings. Love this. Okay, so number one, controls. If you're able to mess around with these, I recommend doing so. Get your Forsaken power to somewhere where you're going to be using it more deliberately. I can't tell you the amount of times where I had it next to, well, for PC, it's right next to a movement key. It's not going to be that way on controller, but if it's near something that you're going to be using all the time, you don't want to do that, because that's going to be a very, very rare circumstance. You know, it's a 30-minute cooldown, not 30-minute, like 25-minute cooldown. It's long, and it only lasts 5 minutes, so you want to make good use of that, and you want to know when to use it, so map that differently if it's next to something bad. Let's see now. These three, auto run, toggle walk, and sit, you want to get those to a point where they are far away from any of your combat controls. So these are just non-combat controls. They will get you killed in combat if you hit them by accident. Yeah, no good. No good to get into this long sitting animation when you're trying to fight something. That's really bad. Let's go back in. Let's see, audio, just set this to however you like. Graphics, I have vegetation and medium. It's just a bunch of the stuff is just performance related things for me. I put sun shafts off. I don't really care for them. Motion blur, it's just a good idea to have that off, because you're going like this. You're checking for enemies, especially in specifically dangerous biomes. Having that blur is going to be really bad. So I recommend turning that off. Let's go back. Depth of field. Let's turn that on briefly. You can see how further, like off to the side, like you look over here and over here at the base, it's a little bit blurred specifically. That's a depth of field. And it doesn't help when you're trying to scout out for tough enemies in the distance to potentially pick off or snipe. It makes scouting a real pain. It is really beautiful to have on sometimes when you're just exploring around, or you want to look at your base from the distance. Seeing it go from being relatively blurry to up close is kind of cool. To me, I've had it off for so long it just kind of hurts my eyes now. And yeah, I like having depth of field off. Let's see. MISC. Here are the huge things. You want to have, as a new player, key hints on, but you can turn key hints off. I highly recommend that once you were used to it. I really recommend turning camera shake off unless you have some sort of auditory impairments. And if you're a new player, absolutely have Raven hints on. If you're returning, disable that as soon as possible. I don't like Hugin. I also really like, boom, you can reduce flashing lights, and once you already have tamed creatures that you want to keep alive, I also recommend reduce background performance off. I know it's like, oh no, you're turning the better optimization button off for performance. Yes, because the way that it's implemented now is it will get rid of all of these items, all of these built structures and things, when you teleport away, or when you move a far, far distance away, they will all disappear. They'll be effectively gone, and it won't work on, oh god, look at the key hints. It won't work on your PC, or your system in general. Your game will be far more optimized for it. However, the way that it loads things in when you come back to a good proximity is your tamed creatures and any proximity creatures will load in, and then your structures will load in, which means your tamed creatures can escape, and nearby mobs can come in for free. So it's just really poorly implemented in that way at the moment. I assume it'll be fixed with time, and I'll let you know when it's fixed, but at the moment, oh no, it'll just get your tames killed. I'm pretty sure what happened to somebody is that like an advanced mob, once you kill bosses, advanced mobs start spawning in the meadows. Yeah, advanced mobs have actually gotten into people's bases when they shouldn't have, and caused a lot of havoc and caused unnecessary deaths. Not fun. Not good. So definitely, unless you have like you're playing on a calculator, turn that off. It's not good at the moment. It is not good. And also, let me turn key hints back off. Let's see, where's key hints? Get that out of here. So yeah, now I have my weapon out. No more key hints. Yeah, I already know what those do. After 1700 hours, I don't need something telling me how to roll. I know how to roll. It's very much muscle memory. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy the wonderful game is Valheim. And I will see you guys some other time. Bye.